I was telling you about the Prader-Willi syndrome. Now, one of the main characteristics of that syndrome is that the mind and the stomach don't talk. So, the mind and the stomach don't communicate. So, you and I will technically eat up to a point.
Correct.
After the point, we push the plate aside and say, no,
Yes.
I'm full.
Correct.
That feeling of fullness,
Satiation is not there.
not there, zero. So she is hungry before she eats, while she's eating, and after she's eaten.
Oh my.
She is hungry 24/7. And the first 16 years of her life, I said, I'll work. I'll get it all together for her. I had this very, let's go, let's do it kind of thing. So 16 years, I held it all together. Then came a point when I thought to myself, I said, I am not immortal. I am going to die someday. When am I going to give up this control? After I'm dead and gone, what happens to Naasha after that? So I sat Naasha down and we had a conversation.
Oh, wonderful.
And I said, Baba, you need to take on charge now about what goes into you and what doesn't. Because I'm not going to live for your entire lifetime. So she was very scared. She said, no, but suppose I become fat? Because she knows everything. Every piece of information that I gather, I would pass it on to her. So she would know exactly what is going on at any given time within herself. No, but suppose I go get fat, Mama. I said, that's okay, I'm still around. I'll help you come back. But you need to start somewhere. And this is the place to start.
Empowerment.
So at 16, she took over control. But obviously, there was not much she could do. So within a 3-year span, she had ballooned to 105 kilos from 48 kilos. So, and now that I had given away the power, there was no way she wanted to give that power back. So she was like, no, I'm good. Don't control me. Okay. At some point, I started communicating with him again. I said, boss, there's no way that I can do anything over here. Now I leave it in your hands. You do something for her. This is your child. You've brought her here. You look after her. Help her. I don't know how, but help her. And then in 2009, when she was around 24, she developed a heart condition. So that's called the primary pulmonary hypertension, which is basically fatal. There's no cause for it, so there's no cure for it. So she put on some extra weight and everybody was screaming, what are you doing? You're not looking at her. She's put on so much weight. So I decided, I called my doc and I said, come, I just have a look-see at her. He came and he checked her out. He said, Dinaaz, this is not weight. The water, the body has retained water.
Oh my God.
So this is way more serious than weight. And what I want you to do is get into a car with her right now and take her to the hospital. I don't want her here even for one more night. So we moved to the hospital and the first test that was done was an echocardiogram which showed that the heart was enlarged and almost lying on its side.
Oh my God.
More testing was done over the next couple of days and then finally the doc came in and read out her death sentence to me. Says, Dinaaz, this is primary pulmonary hypertension. It's a vagary of nature. Mostly girls around the age of 20 to 25 get it. And because there's no cause for it, there's no cure for it. This is fatal. I said, okay, fine. Give me a timeline. He says, no, well, I can't give you a timeline. Give me a timeline. I have brought this child from nowhere up to here.
Yeah.
If that is something that's there on the cards, then I want to complete this lifetime with her. He's like, 6 years maximum, 6 months maximum a year. That's about it. Death is going to be horrible. She's not going to be able to breathe, and you won't be able to watch her die. You will require counsel. So, okay. And he went his way. It was evening. Dinner, I fed Naasha her dinner. She went to sleep, and then I was sitting on the bed next to her. By now I've gotten so used to communicating with him that I'm not religious in the least bit. Zero religion. But my connection with him is huge. So I sat down to talk to him. I said, I don't know what the hell is going on over here, but I do know that you're breaking something. Because I've been begging you for help. I've been begging you to do something for her. And I know that you're doing something. But what all this is about now, I do not know. And then a voice came up from inside. I said, you know what? If you decide to keep Naasha here with me, I know it will be for our common good. But if you decide to take Naasha away from me also, I'm sure it will be for our common good. I completed my conversation with him. I went to sleep. In the morning when I got up, the first thought that hit me was, I haven't spoken to Kaushik as yet. Kaushik is a very dear MD friend of mine, doctor. So called up Kaushik, told him Naasha's in trouble, this and this is going on, the doc has given up. He said, ask him to do a little more testing. This much testing is not enough for a primary pulmonary hypertension diagnosis. I asked the doctor, he said, no, you're just grabbing at straws. There's nothing you can do for her. Take her home. Called Kaushik back. He's like, I'm sending a cardiac ambulance, put her in it, bring her to Mulund. So it was like a distance of 40 kilometers. So did that, we went off to that hospital, stayed in the hospital in the ICU for 2 weeks, regularized everything, found out that there was actually a cause for the heart to have enlarged and this huge buildup of carbon dioxide to have happened inside the lungs.
Oh my God.
We found the cause. I asked him, I said, now what? He says, Dinaaz, nothing can be said. Just go home. Chill. There were machines. I needed oxygen for her. So I picked up a oxygen generator, a BiPAP machine which she wears and sleeps in the night, which pushes oxygen down her throat in the night. A pulse oximeter which will tell me what the concentration of oxygen in the body is. And we went home. And we started living life. Within the first month, the oxygen was disconnected because her oxygen levels came up. And over a period of time, BiPAP stayed because she couldn't stay without the BiPAP. Within 6 months, she got diabetes. High diabetes. 390 fasting blood sugar. Wow. Okay, chalo, let's go. So, diabetologist and all of that happening. And I'm still continuing this conversation with him. What are you doing? What are you breaking? Show me how the help is coming to me. You need to do something. This child needs your help. And then finally, in 2014, Naasha took a decision. She took a decision to lose her weight.
Wow.
And inside my head I'm thinking, yeah, sure. Steadily over a period of a year, she lost 50 kgs.
Wow.
And that was in 2000. By 2015, June, she was 55 kgs.
Amazing.
We are coming to March 2018. She stays between 55 and 58 kgs
Oh
at
my.
any given time.
Congratulations. I don't know how that happened. She needs